What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the first ever episode of the At the Buzzer podcast. This is the show where we cover the latest news in the NBA and the NFL that take place right as the buzzer sounds. The show where we also recommend that you use subtitles because sometimes we don't even know what we're saying. And the show where we all wear stupid, ridiculous glasses. We got Steven and Jack, as always, today on the first episode. Steven with the Vipers, Jack with just the cool blacks. I don't really know what's going on. Steven threw his on, and he was like, I'm going to do the Jason Kelsey. And then we were like, all right, let's just follow. Everyone wear dumb glasses for this first episode of At the Buzzer.
It's worth it. Don't matter. So, anyways.
I mean, I got the Shiesties. I'm rocking the LSU Burrow jersey from senior night.
He's cosplaying
Cajun
Joe
spelling.
Burrow
Jack's
right
got the Devontae Adams jersey. Steven's got the Vipers. So,
I did not.
Boys, how we feeling? How we feeling?
I'm ready.
Good.
Jack's got a webcam now. Steven lent him another laptop, so
we chilling.
that's awesome. That we chilling. We all got webcams. We can see everyone. The display looks awesome.
Yep.
So
today we got a lot to talk
I guess
about,
we should
honestly.
just
a lot.
We do. Let's just jump straight into it to our first segment called Top of the Hour. This is the segment where we just talk about some of the latest things going on in our life in regards to the podcast. It can be a quick, just a little brief. So first of all, let's just go ahead and clear the elephant in the room. This is take 2 filming
Our second take
this
of our
first episode. No joke. So whenever we filmed the
Very
first episode, we filmed for an hour and a half, and Steven's clip.
It felt like 2.
It did feel like 2. We felt like we didn't stop. Steven's clip didn't upload at all.
Very disappointing, dude.
And then I could on this website I'm using, I can delete what's labeled as projects, and it was still listed as a recording. So I deleted it thinking it was a project, and just like that, everything was gone. So now Steven's footage,
so hopefully today it works.
Steven's footage was completely lost. So at the end of the day, that episode was never going to be uploaded. But I lost some sleep over that one. Let's be honest. If we're gonna be honest, I lost some sleep over that one. So
it was an interesting day after that, to say the least. Man.
Yeah, it was fun, but we learned a lot. We learned that this is something that we really enjoy, and we had so much fun that first time. We were like, dude, it doesn't even matter. Like we got to do it again. This was so fun. I might have to take these glasses off because the glare is so weird, and it's messing up my camera.
I can see your ring light, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just remove those. But however, it's take 2, but we're really excited. We obviously the topics that we talked about in the first episode are out of date. Like we talked about the Super Bowl, we talked about trade deadline. Obviously, all those are now out of relevancy. And All-Star Weekend just passed. The XFL is now going. Like we have some great things that we can talk about, even after a lot of the big events, such as the Super Bowl and the trade deadline took place. We still got it. We still got a show that we're ready to bring to you guys. Okay, we still are coming, and we're hungry to make this show as fun as we can make it. So,
yeah,
definitely,
boys. What anything y'all want to say for the first segment?
We
Mac
ready?
History Month.
What?
Mac History Month.
Wow.
Mac History Month.
We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute, bro. Gosh, it's literally like you're gonna get us canceled 4 minutes into our first episode.
People said it on social media. People of many different backgrounds have said it. And we can all agree that that was some of the best dunking we've seen in the past 3 years. And no one can deny that. And I'm sorry if you disagree.
He saved the contest. He really did. Jack, you got anything you want to say?
Honestly, I'm excited. I'm ready to get into this.
Jack is ready to come out of the darkness like Aaron Rodgers for this first episode.
And into the light, as you said.
Alrighty.
It's funny. It's actually funny because hold on, I should be wearing my Aaron jersey instead of Devontae because
he's gonna switch jerseys.
I basically saw this meme on TikTok, and it was Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom Brady all playing Warzone.
I literally sent that to you.
Yeah, that one. And then Aaron Rodgers like, don't make me go to the Niners and whoop your guys.
Dude, that was so funny, bro. That was the best part.
Hilarious.
He was like, shut up. Dude, that was those videos are freaking hilarious.
I'm like, how do they make these videos?
I know. Where are they getting the AI voices from?
It's gotta be from like a
and
website.
I think it's from like one of those like deepfake websites, and I think it's hilarious. Honestly, did you see the one of Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, and
Herbert?
Jay Herbo?
I saw that one a few minutes ago before
hilarious.
we started filming this.
It was absolutely
Dude, those are so funny. And I loved it. It was like, what's that music going on in the background? He was like, Jackson, stop making TikToks.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Guys, I just downloaded aimbot.
Dude, the
Typical
internet
Dom
is
cheating to
truly
get the win.
undefeated, I promise you.
Bro, the internet remains undefeated. Well,
But
if we're ready,
that, what are we thinking?
should we jump into the NBA or the NFL/XFL to start?
I think the
maybe we
NBA
should
first.
NBA first.
NBA? All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll get straight to it. The trade deadline has come and gone, and we're now back into full swing. All-Star Weekend just happened, and games are finally
And the first game
meaningful.
was played yesterday.
Yeah, teams started playing. It's meaningful again, and really, Kevin Durant is set to make his Nets debut on Wednesday, and we have a quote from Devin Booker
Nets?
talking
It's gonna be fun.
Nets. Did I say Nets? He's set to make his son's debut. I set to make his
That's what I
son's
say,
debut on
yo.
Wednesday, and we have a quote
Yo, Jack was
from.
like,
He was like, hold up. We have a quote from Devin Booker when someone asked him, I think it was Malika Andrews, about how the Suns are a super team, but he said the only all-star on that team was Kevin Durant. But we know that's a super team.
That's super team.
I mean,
That's
as a biased Warriors fan, I'm just saying anything that the Warriors put together is, in my opinion, more of a super team than anything they have. I'm just saying.
honestly,
Dude, it's literally like arguably the best player in the world with a top 3 shooting guard and CP
Yeah, he's
0
guaranteed top
rings.
3.
Who
And
even
honest
and
to
even
God,
though
let's be honest here, I'm a hater. I'm just gonna be a hater. And just to keep that name, CP0 rings, I'm a hater for real. I love Chris Paul, but I'm a hater.
Chris Paul gets hate, but like he's Chris Paul. He's one of the best
we
point
call him
guards in the
guard for a
game.
reason.
he's one of the best.
Yeah, his nickname is point
But
guard for a
he's-
reason.
Yeah,
And
as
also-
much as I'm making jokes, I hope he wins one
Let's
day.
why are we like forgetting about the man who was an Indiana Pacer for half an hour, DeAndre Ayton. Like,
I genuinely feel bad for that. That was one of the most interesting hour that I've witnessed
I
during
know,
last year.
dude.
That
Imagine
was
a
so weird.
Halliburton and DeAndre Ayton led Pacers.
I feel like that
That team would be
that would
good.
actually probably be a little bit better than what they have. But
I mean, the
Miles
Pacers
Turner
are-
did go crazy yesterday.
Dude, he had 40
They go
points and
crazy.
8 threes, tied for his career high on both of those. Listen, the Pacers have not been bad this season. They're just
And dude, they
not
were
that great.
giving the best team in the league a run for their money.
Dude,
So that doesn't say something. I mean,
did y'all see that that Grizzlies Sixers game last night was stupid.
Oh, it was a lot of great.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of great grind, but
When it was-
Embiid
Dude,
Embiid
that
Harden
was,
pulled it
those
off.
last 3 minutes, I almost had to stand. Like, I was like sitting here like that the whole time. That block Joel had on
Tyler
Jaw,
was in awe.
bro. I was in awe, dude. I haven't seen a 3 minutes like that in a long freaking time.
What was
And honestly,
going
you're
on in
not
the
gonna get
last
that
20
until playoff
seconds,
basketball.
though?
20 seconds
just
of
a lot
what?
Seconds of them just shooting threes.
I know, they could have
Nonstop
gotten a
losing
better
to
shot.
Oh,
Grizzlies.
dude, I literally called every single brick possible. I was Jaren Jackson. Not even before pulling up, I said brick, then brick, then brick. Like, bro, I thought the Warriors were bricking bad because they were, but that was just as bad.
Dude, let's
If
be
not
honest.
worse.
Those were some, except for those shots by Bane, there was just some terrible shot selection from Memphis on that final possession, and they had
Yeah,
like
and-
23 seconds.
I don't
And
understand
honestly,
why they
the
just
defense
thought that.
Really set up a lot. Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah,
I feel like
they just
the
chucked it
problem
up.
coming down with the problem coming down to with the Grizzlies is that they have poor shot selection in clutch moments. Mainly Jaren Jackson Jr., the guy with inflated stats.
Dude,
I stand by that.
should he have been
statement.
an All-Star this year? Yes or no?
Inflated Stats.
Should Jaren Jackson Jr. have been an All? Should he have been an All-Star or no?
Maybe.
I mean,
I
he
think
hasn't
it
been
was
bad.
kind of pushing it. Like, he's not bad, but it was kind of pushing it. Like, you coulda subbed someone else in, but then again, who would you sub in? You know, you
Yeah.
can't sub in another guard
Yeah.
because too many guards. It's kind of hard to find a good wing nowadays sometimes. So it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's like,
So
who are you gonna put,
being
Kawhi
versatile,
Leonard or
that's
Anthony
fine.
Davis? When like you can't put the guys who have been injured. Like
AD could have made a good break for it. I mean,
Day-to-day Davis.
of course, always damaged, but like when healthy, you know what he can.
When
do.
he's healthy, he's a stud. Let's be honest. Prime
He ain't even
AD
a
was
stud.
different.
He's him. He's him when he's healthy.
Prime AD was different.
Like, it's funny how we say prime AD when that was 3 years ago.
Was it really 3 years ago?
Already 3?
2020, guys.
Are we talking about? Wait, are we talking about
Time
Lakers
fast.
AD or Pelicans AD though?
We talking championship Lakers AD.
I think that AD was crazy.
That AD was
That
crazy,
version
but
of AD was the best AD.
no,
Pelicans AD was going crazy.
dude, I'm
as
talking
well.
about that Pelicans AD. The year they beat the Blazers in the first round and like swept them.
Oh yeah, during that series, yeah, no, that was a really good one for him. Yeah, was
Anthony
very
Davis
disappointed
was
in
going
Portland.
stupid. Yeah,
actually, I was actually very impressed.
Dane
I'm actually very
freestyling.
impressed with them.
dude,
Oh,
that was
God.
so funny.
Oh no, I feel so bad.
How do you
for
get?
this
I mean, you
team.
get stuck on a blizzard. What you gonna do?
Oh my! Sit there and watch.
You really had no
Anything else but hearing him rap?
options.
You
But
think
he
it was
was going
bad?
crazy. His bars are pretty good.
I mean, it's not all bad. I mean, yeah, it was. He went hard for like.
You don't got
Most of
multiple
it.
albums for no reason. He doesn't have
That's
multiple
true.
albums for no reason.
I mean, at least he's not Lonzo Ball.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You think Lonzo's better?
No, hell no. That's why I said he's
Okay,
not
I'm
Lonzo
about to
Ball.
say. Speaking of Lonzo, let's turn to him for a second.
Oh.
They've shut him down again for the second consecutive season,
That's
in which
sucks,
doctors
man.
are calling the most unique. I know, and the doctors are calling it the most unique knee injury they've ever seen. And he said today he was going to get injected plasma shots to help his knee.
Whoa. That sucks. He
That's news
he
to
was
me.
a
That's news to
second.
me.
What was he, first or second overall pick?
Second overall.
Second.
He was,
Second to the
he
Lakers.
was so hyped
In front of Jason Tatum.
In front of Tatum. I remember everyone just wouldn't shut up about Lonzo.
Also behind
Lonzo
Markel
is-
Fultz. Markel Fultz.
Okay, wait, okay. We can't throw shade at Markel. Come on. Let's not throw shade at Markel like that. Come on.
Didn't he like rip his
can't-
knee
we
apart or
can't-
something?
Yeah, and then his shoulder injury. Let's not give him too much. Come
But
on.
going back to what I was saying,
Okay,
what was the
continue.
Lonzo
Sorry.
hype train? Like, y'all remember the Lonzo hype train?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Lonzo out of
Team
Especially
Morant.
coming out of
UCLA.
Chino
Listen.
Hills. Oh my god.
T. Morant
That was
is what
insane.
LeVar Ball was supposed to be.
Yeah. Facts.
I
And
like T.
then
Morant.
The first season with the Lakers.
Like bro, Usher's going
first,
crazy.
The
Facts.
first 2 seasons with the Lakers, and he was really bad. And then he
Yeah,
went to
it
the
was
Pelicans. I thought he did pretty good with the
He did
Pelicans.
decent
Oh,
in
no.
New Orleans.
He did
Dude,
pretty
I
good
thought,
in New
I
Orleans.
thought he was gonna be the stud point guard for them until he signed with Thing.
Chicago.
And
I
with
thought
the
that
Bulls,
was
he
gonna
wasn't
work out.
bad with the Bulls
Dude,
either.
he wasn't bad at all. He did a very good job of holding that team together. They had a true point guard.
He really
And
did.
honestly, he was honestly the defensive anchor too. So
He was. I mean, it sucks because Lonzo was actually like doing pretty well whenever he was with Chicago. Like, what was it last? Was it last year? The beginning of last year?
Yeah, last year. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
yeah,
last year. Yeah.
I want to say last year was his first season because they brought in Lonzo and DeMar, and everyone was like championship contending.
But then again,
Dude,
they
Spurs have
always
that
been
pick from
underwhelming.
Chicago. The Spurs have some of those first round picks from Chicago, so I'm like, be mid.
Tyler's hoping they don't win
But
the
now-
practice lottery again.
Victor Wembanyama.
He's hoping
But now
they
when
don't
you
win the
guys
practice
hear-
lottery.
When you guys hear ball, what do you guys think of? I think of LaMelo now. Like no
still
one
think of
actually
Lonzo.
thinks of
Because
Lonzo.
he's the only one who's
Lonzo.
playing. LaMelo,
Yeah,
I mean, the
it was-
Hornets are very like, ESPN was like all
Underwhelming.
over. Like, they were like,
They're
oh, the Hornets, they
underwhelming.
have one of the brightest futures. LaMelo, all-star. Like,
Not really. I mean,
But, like-
they don't have the stud center they need. They have the guards, but they don't have anything else really.
they have a star. They just don't have a team.
Yeah, it's like the whole Kemba thing all over again.
I mean, really. And LaMelo would end
I
up going
really
somewhere else.
should have a
And
Kemba.
LaMelo's the best player on a bad team. Is he really that?
He
Is
really is.
LaMelo really all that?
I honestly, from what it's been, I mean, honest to God, like he lives up to the 3rd overall hype, but nothing past that.
Past,
honestly,
yeah.
'cause he's not better than Anthony Edwards, and I've been saying this for like the past 2 years. He's not better than that.
Some
He's
people
really
take
not.
Anthony Edwards after LaMelo Ball. People take LaMelo Ball before Ant, and I think that's blasphemous.
And I think it's just because of the name. I mean, we've all seen the mixtapes. We've seen the Ball brothers grow up.
The half-court
he has
shot.
the most potential, yeah. But honest to God, he's not better than Ant. Ant is him. He is
No chance.
actually him. Like,
Wow.
dude, Anthony Edwards is carrying a pretty bad what's it called?
And
Timberwolves team.
Timberwolves team. I mean, they're sitting at they're 7th in the West at 31-30, but they're also like they're 3 games out of 3rd.
Warriors.
This Western Conference is so tight this year; it's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of crazy.
Except for the Spurs and Rockets, we literally have the least amount of losses in the NBA.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If the Warriors manage to lose today, I might just become a Kings fan for the rest of the season.
Well,
Not even joking. Okay,
let's go.
I'm
I
joking,
mean,
but you know what I mean.
if we have nothing else right here, let's go ahead and let's talk about All-Star Weekend for a second.
Ooh, that's something good.
Okay, how do we feel
So,
about the
what you
Rising
thinking?
Stars? We'll go from Rising Stars to Dunk and then the game, and we'll just kind of cover
Okay,
everything briefly, unless we want to get into more detail. How do we feel about the Rising Stars game? I've enjoyed it.
I didn't really watch
I
too
think
much
the
of
layout's
it.
good.
The layout
I
is
thought it was
good.
pretty
That's
good.
fair.
It's the 4
I think the
teams
layout
competing.
is
Like
good.
I think it's fun. I'm glad
I
that
think
Spurs
it's-
finally had some recognition with Jeremy Sohan, though. That kid is balling.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's definitely better than the actual All-Star game. We'll get to that eventually, but the format is actually really good. It's competitive where it gives them something to play for because it's brackets. So I think it's definitely cool. And honestly, watching Paolo Banchero with what's his name, with Jose Alvarado, with Jabari Smith. If y'all can't say that's not fun, I don't know what is.
Grand Theft Alvarado.
I'd
That
take
was
Jeremy Sohan over Jabari Smith in a redraft.
Oh, facts. Oh no, that's facts. No, honestly.
Jabari Smith has been very
Like,
underwhelming
Robbie
this
Sauce.
season.
Yeah, no, I think Jaden Ivey's better than him. And Jaden Ivey's kind of been underwhelming too, so
Okay, so in a redraft, it's
that's a
Paulo.
lot.
It's Paulo 1.
Paulo.
Where do we rank Chet here, though?
I'll keep Holt.
Chet's like
I think we'll keep Chet where he is because we still haven't
Because
seen him, so I think we'll keep
he's just
him.
undecided. 3, Jaden Ivey.
Ivy, yeah.
4,
Benedict
go-
Mathurin.
that's what I say. I was gonna say Benedict Mathurin.
Mathurin is
5.
in the top 5.
I think
It's kind of hard.
Jeremy Sohan.
Maybe 5 or 6. But then
He's
again,
up there.
wasn't anyone much better.
Does
So-
Walker Kessler sneak in the top 10?
Walker Kessler?
That dude has been a defensive menace.
I think he sneaks in probably at like 10 or 9. I think that's a good
Yeah.
rating.
Jalen Williams out of USC is higher. I feel like somewhere around the 7, 8, 9 area.
Actually, I'm pulling up the draft class right now.
Yeah,
actually,
I was gonna say
so
pull up the draft class.
Yeah, so from the draft class from this start of this season. Goddamn. Work.
Hey, you're gonna get us copyrighted.
Oh. Edit that out, please. Keegan Murray. Okay, he's in the top 5. So
Yeah, Keegan. I
think-
completely forgot Keegan exists for half a second.
Keegan
He goes
sticks in the top
4.
I think he's just out of 5. You think so?
He went
You
at
think he stays in his
he
place
went
now?
at he went 4 in the original draft, so I would think he goes 4 again. But does it him or
Okay,
Benedict
that's
Mathurin though?
So so you're thinking Banchero, Holmgren, then I think Mathurin's third in this. Then I think
Over Ivy?
because Mathurin is he's definitely over Ivy. Definitely over Ivy.
Okay. So Mathurin and
he
then
has more of a what's it called?
back to Keegan Murray
But
at 4.
Murray's at 4. Shaden Sharp
Ivy
stays
5.
at 7, honestly. 5, yeah.
That's
Ivy
right.
stays at
Shaden Sharp
5.
has been great this year.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. Dyson Daniels, get him out of the top 10.
Jeremy Sohan goes like
Sohan-
8 or 7.
Shohan is 7. Shohan is 7. Sohan, I don't know.
Yeah.
Johnny Davis is pretty bad, so we'll kick him out.
Johnny Davis
top
falls
10.
out of the first round.
Honestly,
Johnny Davis falls out of the.
Huh?
Johnny Davis
Johnny
falls
Davis
out of the first
definitely
round.
falls. Oh, he definitely. Yeah. First, he drops out. Dyson Daniels falls out too. He hasn't done anything basically. Honest to God, your boy Jalen Williams is definitely moving up into the top 10.
USC Jalen or Arkansas Jalen?
Oh wait,
There's two of them.
Wait, wrong Jalen. Wrong Jalen. But
USC Jalen's in the top 10, but my Jalen goes up in the top 20 for sure. Hey, Malachi Branham, point guard, Spurs. Malachi Branham from the Spurs is leading the NBA in points per game this month as a rookie. He's averaging like 8, 6. He's like, dude, Malachi Branham easily goes up in the top 15.
Yeah, that's fair. You know,
He's had hang on. I'm looking. So in his last few games, we're starting at January 30th against the Wizards. This is just points. 6, and we're moving today. 6 points, 22, 26, 15, 4, 27, 10, 18, 23, 23. On 45% from the field, 32 from 3. He's been averaging just about or over 18 points per game this month, and he's leading all rookies in that category. People are calling him the steal of the draft.
Give him that.
Before the draft, experts were saying that he was going to be the steal of the draft, and we're going to look back and wonder how he fell that low.
That is fair. You know, I'll give you that. Yeah, that's fair.
He's been
Honestly,
hooping.
Looking through all the rookies this year, it's really not impressive.
Malachi drops up to 15 for sure.
Yeah.
So
honestly,
we'll go ahead.
I think Arkansas Jalen definitely moves up though.
Yeah, absolutely. He moves into the first round, late to mid first round, somewhere in the 20s. He's been good.
He'll maybe drop to like 22 at latest.
Yeah, I've watched him. He reminds me a lot of Pau Gasol slash Draymond Green. He's a facilitator who can move the ball as a big man.
He can move the rock.
Can pass it. He can pass it very well.
Defense,
He's a good rebounder.
Slightly work on, but he's definitely pretty good, especially amongst rookies.
He's not a bad defender at the rim. On the perimeter, that's a little bit of his weakness, but he's great on both ends of the glass, and he can score. He's a very crafty finisher, and he's been letting that 3-ball fly more. At Arkansas, that was something he struggled with, and he's letting that fly more and more now with Chip England as his shooting coach. Jalen Williams from Arkansas and USC, but Jalen out of Arkansas has a lot of potential to have like a Draymond Green type of career where he can be a guy who just really does it all.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I have watched some film on him. He definitely is actually pretty solid. He is someone that you would want as a good role player.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I feel like putting him next to Gilgeous-Alexander and wait, is Dort playing still, or did he get hurt?
Yeah, he's been like having a few injuries, but he's been playing.
Yeah, so I mean, putting them together as like a top 3, as their like best 3, it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Hell, it's not at all.
You can even switch out Dort for Giddey, and it's actually pretty solid.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter.
Shea has such a great roster built around him. The Thunder will make the playoffs as one of the top 6 teams in the West. You heard it here first. They will make the playoffs as one of the top 6 teams.
I thought we were doing hot takes until later, but apparently
we're on the topic of the Thunder right now. I'm just going to bring it up. So, I think we should go ahead and move on because we still have a lot to cover. Let's move on. Let's briefly talk about the skills contest. I don't like the team. I don't like the team idea. I didn't watch it.
It was okay, but I feel like kind of mixing rookie, like having the rookie team was cool, but
yeah,
the brother trio would have been cool if Giannis was actually healthy. I mean, it wasn't bad with Drew, but like it would have been cooler if all the Antetokounmpos were playing, but it's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, the format is okay, but by all means, by how like the teams work together, it's kind of iffy.
I do miss the bigs versus the guard format. That was fun. That was
yeah,
fun.
that was interesting.
So,
but I mean,
let's move on to the three-point contest.
It's a good contest, but
Dame Lillard wins his first three-point contest in the Weber State jersey. Shock. I'm going to pretend to be shocked. Pretend to be shocked.
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. Not at all.
At all.
Damian freaking Lillard. It's Damian freaking Lillard.
I saw a video, and it's true. If Steph Curry didn't exist, Dame would be the best shooter of all time.
Absolutely.
I think he would. No
question.
I don't know if he'd have a ring, but I know he'd be pretty good.
He wouldn't have a ring, but he'd be the best shooter of all time.
Oh, facts. Okay, what were you thinking though, Tyler?
I was just, I was gonna mention, Halliburton has 31, and still loses. Just saying.
Oh, dude, I was looking at it. I was so confused. How did he have 31 in the first round? Like, was he really hitting that many shots?
Julius Randle got overlooked for his terrible performance by Kevin Huerter's terrible performance.
Dude, Kevin Huerter was my dark horse to win, and he disappointed me. Disappointed me at its finest.
He had 4 points. Think about the number of points he had on my hand. Not hands, but my hand.
My 2K character can get more points than that.
Dude, I think my 4-year-old nephew could get a better 3 than him. I swear.
I could go get more points than that.
Dude,
Ben Simmons.
So disappointed.
Ben Simmons had more than that.
Kevin Hart had more points. Kevin Hart had more points in 2016.
Bro, I think Simu, the actor for Shang-Chi, what's his name again?
Simu Liu.
Yeah, I think he had more. I think he could knock down more threes than him, and that says a lot, people.
Damn.
Oh, that was so disappointing. Oh my
That
god.
G League
shout out
doing it right.
Let's move on to the contest that no one saw coming, the dunk contest.
I thought it was gonna be disappointing.
I knew that Mac was going.
I called it.
I think we knew Mac was going to win, but I don't think we all expected him to do what he did.
Oh no, that's just you then. That might just be you.
What'd you say, Jack?
I thought this is going to be a really bad year for the dunk contest again because of the
Mac
names
McClung
that were being
saved it.
thrown out. The names that were coming out.
He was a
it
G
seemed like
leaguer.
Yeah, and then I thought I was like, it's just going to be like another year where some dunk wins it. Some dumb dunk wins it while someone jumps over another dude and hits a dunk. The dude who just literally just stood up and went with the ball obviously won. But Mac really did save this one. He went crazy. That dunk at the end was crazy.
540 reverse windmill backwards.
And
you can't make that up.
You cannot. And
like this dude inspired. Like this dude gave me hope. Like he could do it. I can.
He's him. He
gave me hope, bro.
That's
he gave me hope that one day I could win a dunk contest.
And what we do, we have a story for you. That's until next time, though. That's next time. Anyways. But your story about dunking, you know what I'm talking about.
I remember that.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I know. Should we tell it now?
Later.
No.
That's
later.
a later story.
That's a later story.
Okay.
That's a later story.
That's such a good
but
story.
Anyway,
we'll get Steph on for an episode. We'll tell that story.
Oh, we definitely need to do that. But that being said, with the dunk contest, I mean, I called it. Mac McClung was gonna win. Like Tyler said, I didn't expect it to be that as cool as it was, but it was very, very impressive.
Yeah,
and he wasn't wrong. He did throw down some stuff we haven't seen, if not in a while, at least. He
got really creative. I think the most creative dunk of the contest, though, has to go to Trey Murphy for bringing Jose. Yeah, Jose. Imagine if he messed it up. He had one chance and he cashed out.
He didn't. I want to say the phrase, but I can't because podcast.
Cool. Just leave it at that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember what phrase exactly you want to say, but we'll just leave it at that.
Anyways.
But
yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I thought Trey Murphy did give a runner-up. And it was a pretty good runner-up, honestly. Jericho Sims was. We don't want to talk about Jericho Sims.
Move on. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on. Kenyon Martin Jr. had some good dunks, though.
Kenyon Martin, he would have had a little bit better of a chance if he just threw it down in one dunk.
Yeah. He had some creativity, though. That one behind the backboard was good.
But it's just the fact that, you know, he took him like 3 or 4 attempts was a little disappointing.
Exactly.
So, but other than that, I mean, he was actually pretty solid. And then him bringing out his pop, you know, to like bring him the ball was actually pretty lit. So
yeah. Well, we would talk about the All-Star game, but y'all know how it goes. It had 0 defense. So let's get to some of the breaking news that's taking place today. Hawks fired Nate McMillan and are bringing in Quinn Snyder to turn around their season.
A good coach. A good coach. A great coach.
That was really needed.
I really wanted the Spurs to get him, though, whenever Pop retires. But I hope the Hawks do terrible.
Was he the one on the
Jazz
Nets a couple years ago?
Utah. Utah.
No, Jazz coach.
No, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The Nets coached one where they had a really young team and like he made
that was Kenny Atkinson.
Really good. Yeah, Kenny Atkinson. I would love to see him in the Hawks. I think he'd be a really fun coach to see.
Yeah. I like this because obviously Utah had so much regular season success but could never get past the playoffs because the West was just so deep. The East isn't as deep.
I don't fault Snyder for that, honestly.
Yeah, he brings a good system, and I think he likes to. He utilized a lot of lobs with Rudy Gobert, and you have a lob throwing point guard in Trae Young, and a lob finishers in John Collins and Clint Capella, and Onyeka Okongwu.
So it works
from time to time. It works.
That too.
Unfortunately, I really hope
they have a good system now. So I'll be very interested to see how the Hawks finish the season. So
I do hope they suck because we have their first round picks that are unprotected. So.
And you're still salty about the DeJounte Murray thing.
I think that kind of died out. Let's say that.
Yeah. But what else we got on the block then?
Westbrook is a Clipper.
Oh,
Kevin Love is a.
That's huge. That's huge.
Dude, I think that changes everything for him.
In the last 48 hours, Westbrook has been so happy. Have you seen social media?
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, it's all over the place.
Happy.
Like, he looks like he's finally enjoying himself. He's making his starting. What time is it? He's making his debut in 10 minutes. His debut is in 10 minutes, and he's starting.
He's not. And
he's better than John Wall.
Like I tweeted it. I put it on Twitter, and I mean it. When Russ is happy, true NBA fans are happy, and I stand by that.
Nothing will ever beat Prime Westbrook, though. Nothing. It's going to be hard to ever top that.
Yeah,
I love Prime.
I like this get for the Clippers, though, because obviously he has chemistry with Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard is obviously something.
Fine.
It did. It worked out better than most people thought it would.
Yeah.
And now they're a little bit older, but Westbrook
this trio is probably a little bit better. Because you kind of had the idea with John Wall, but you make it better with Russ.
Yeah, and it's gonna up the pace. I think that's what that Clippers team was lacking. It just seemed like at times they were playing really slow ball, and you bring in Westbrook, who's one of the fastest guards and players in the league, and that pace is gonna up. They're gonna get quicker shots. They're gonna have quicker decisions. And when Westbrook has actually had a pretty decent season, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I mean, even as a six-man,
it's an improvement.
He's still averaging good points. So
yeah, he hasn't been bad this year.
Like Jack said, it's an improvement.
Yeah, he's had some bad games, but everyone does. But Westbrook hasn't been like atrocious. He's been pretty reliable, actually.
Yeah, last year was worse, definitely, but this year has definitely been like looking more like himself. You know.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good this season, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think this is a good get for the Clippers.
10-ish minutes. It'll start for him?
Yes, 10 minutes.
So I'll be very interested to see how that goes. So, what else we got? Pat Bev to Chicago. What we thinking?
Chicago's just adding fuel to the fire that's already burning.
That
team isn't getting any younger. And they're
any better
and they They didn't make any moves at the deadline. Lonzo Ball can't stay healthy. LaVine will probably get a trade sometime in the next 2 years. DeRozan's not getting any older. Vucevic is not getting any older. That team's about to be back where they were in a place about 3 years ago, where it was just like really LaVine and they had Wendell Carter Jr. at the time.
Wasn't Beth the one that said the Lakers are making the playoffs?
Who?
Pat Bev.
So. Bev?
Wasn't he the one that?
Yeah. He did say that.
That's actually kind of sad. That someone.
The Lakers have a chance though.
One is like, we're gonna make the playoffs. Who's we? The Lakers literally said, "Who's we?"
Exactly.
It's just us, not you. Not you. Go away.
You know that meme?
Away. That's us.
You know that meme where LeBron's looking over at Kuzma and he's like, and they turn into a meme. It's like, we? Y'all know that Fresh Prince meme? We?
Yeah.
We.
Hey, yo, bro, we which? We which? Who's we?
Who's we? That's what the Lakers said.
Who's we?
Well.
But yeah. So, I mean, the Bulls are just... They're not good. They're really not. They're not. Good. And I'm sorry to
They're
Bulls
not a
fans.
contending. They're right in the middle of the pack. They're not good enough to be they're not good to be a playoff contender, but they're also too bad to be a tanking team. Like, the Bulls have been very underwhelming this season. Yeah. And like I said,
that team is just
getting...
be good at tanking.
Exactly. Just trade your point guard for
Danilo. Bad at tanking.
At losing.
That's literally
just trade your star player away for Danilo Gallinari.
They're pretty good at losing. It's just they win every once in a while.
Trade your point. Just trade your star for Danilo Gallinari and 3 first-round picks, and then you're good.
Danilo Gallinari.
Shut up.
But yeah, and then we got the KD thing out of the way earlier, and the last one really is D-Rose to the Suns has been rumored as of today.
Yeah, Suns are looking at the buyout market.
I think
every NBA
Suns.
Every fan wants to see Derrick Rose get a ring.
And honestly, me and Tyler called it. We said, "Get this man on a contender." We called this about
we literally were texting the other day.
3 days ago. 3 days ago.
Not even 3.
Roughly?
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like yesterday. I'm pretty sure.
See. Yeah, so we literally called it. So I'm very interested to see. As much as I make fun of the Suns for being frauds, which they kind of are sometimes, I think that with adding KD, it definitely actually gives them a chance. It's just defensively a little bit worse.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see how that goes.
But bring in Derrick Rose, bring in another ball handler, man. If the Suns win a ring and Derrick Rose gets one, I would cry. I would shed a tear. I'd be so happy for him.
I think any fan would be actually happy to see him win.
It's impossible, but imagine if he got one on Chicago, like, in a year. Like, imagine. Imagine if the Bulls were good again, and he won a ring with Chicago, and, like, he dribbled the ball out. Like, you know, the buzzer sounds, he dribbles the ball out, he just lays on the floor, like, you know, how people do when they win their rings. That brings a tear to my eye thinking about it.
I can see it, and I want it so badly.
I want it so bad, man. I want to see Derrick Rose win a ring.
I'm a Warriors fan at heart, but I just want to see Derrick Rose finally...
Who doesn't love Derrick Rose? Like, let's be honest. Who doesn't love him?
That's what I'm wondering. Who actually hates Derrick Rose?
And who's the coach we need to go after for leaving him in that game?
That's a good question, actually.
Let's find out. I'm pretty sure it might be Tom Thibodeau. I think it was Tom Thibodeau.
Was it Thibodeau?
I think so. Oh, year 2011 or 2012?
I think it was 12.
It was the 11-12 season, right? It was the 11-12 season.
So. I think it was 11-12. I think it was 11-12.
Yeah. Who was it?
Might be right.
It was Tom Thibodeau. Yep.
Yeah.
It was Tibbs. So if we see Thibodeau, it's on. I'm kidding. But
I know you're kidding, but I'm not.
Breaking news: Tom Thibodeau has been jumped. Oh, it wasn't us. I think that's all the news we have for the NBA. So, is it time to move over to the NFL slash XFL?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do the NFL first because we got
Jack's like
big
Jack's that meme. Like Jack
ready.
isn't so. I don't know if you know this. We've talked about this, but Steven is more fluent in basketball. Jack is more fluent in football. And so now that we're switching to football, Jack's the meme. It's like when you actually start trying and like you know the sit up meme. Jack's like, all right. He cracks his back. He's like, all right. Let's get into the breaking news of today. Jalen Ramsey is going to be traded. We don't know where, but Rams are taking calls, and he's expected to be traded before free agency hits, which is March 15th.
So the thing is, like we said, to who and for who?
I think I can see the Chargers. I can see the Chargers.
Ooh,
who would they?
The Chargers. Derwin James.
The Chargers.
Would they give up J.C. Jackson and like a pick?
No, I'd say J.C. Jackson, maybe a second.
Probably J.C. Jackson.
If not, really underdog one that I can't really see, but Khalil Mack.
They're trying to dump his contract.
They're trying to dump his contract.
Jack, dump off, dude.
No, they're trying to.
Dumping off the contract.
That's not a bad idea.
But dude,
that's not a bad point.
Khalil Mack next to Aaron Donald on the line might be the scariest thing.
They're both old though. Like that's the thing. They're both showing their age. Khalil Mack,
but Aaron Donald was still Aaron Donald.
Still good. He was still good, but he was held back by injuries. I will say that. But Khalil Mack really isn't the Khalil Mack from all
he's not.
The Bears.
He's definitely not.
He's not. But
I feel like he has a couple of years left.
Jack, that's not a bad take because I've read that they're trying to dump off Khalil Mack's salary. But is it worth it to them to take on Jalen's salary?
Yeah, it's a fair trade-off.
If they're trying to make a push, yes. If they're trying to make a push,
getting rid of something, the other team.
Because Jalen Ramsey's, I'm pretty sure he's only 29.
But Jalen Ramsey, but for corners, 29 is actually 28 for corners. That's actually that's when you're not that person anymore. You're just like a cornerback 2 or 3 at that point. You're not really the cornerback 1.
Yeah, but he hasn't really had a fall off though. I mean, he didn't have a fantastic season this year, but it wasn't bad.
He got exposed a lot. He did
get exposed a lot.
He got exposed a lot. Let's be honest here.
That moment when he said, "I'm him" against the Falcons, things changed. Right as he said,
that's true.
I'm him.
He got torched.
DK Metcalf.
First of all,
him. Devontae
CeeDee Lamb against Cooper Rush. CeeDee Lamb with Cooper Rush.
Him.
Yeah,
owns him. It was a
Cooper
terrible
Rush.
year. And he wants to come out here smack talking my wide receiver as well, Christian Watson. He torched him.
Okay, but let's be honest. Okay, wait. Okay, but Jack, let's be honest here. That was at the beginning of the year, so we could talk about Christian Watson.
Yeah,
they didn't play each other until like week 14.
Week 14.
That's good.
Week 14. Jalen Ramsey's like, oh, this dude was okay. He has okay speed. I think that dude had like what was it? 89 yards against Jalen Ramsey.
Let's look.
Something like that? I know he had a good game.
Something like that. He had a good game because that was like the hype train for Christian Watson was starting to come up.
No, the hype train was after he stunned the Cowboys.
That's when he
he absolutely mollywopped you guys. I'm sorry.
I almost cried that night. I almost cried that night. Of course, he made a rookie receiver look like Randy frickin' Moss.
He was Randy Moss for that game.
We even had a bet on that game. It was
He had like 4 catches for 100 and something yards, 3 touchdowns.
I was like,
dude, I was actually very impressed with him.
He had 4 receptions.
I mean, after week 1, it was bad, but then it literally it was all up from there. Literally,
he had 4 receptions for 107 yards and 3 touchdowns. He touched the ball 4 times and scored on 3 of them.
And he averaged just over 25 on each catch.
26-8.
26.
But going back to Jalen Ramsey, another really huge dark horse I could see are the Jets. If the Jets can't get Aaron Rodgers, they'll use those picks on Ramsey. You have Robert Saleh, mind you, who had Richard
I guess
Sherman,
they're going to sign Derek Carr, so that makes sense.
Or Lamar. They could trade for Lamar. Lamar's still on the market. There have been reports.
Yeah, but they're looking at Derek Carr, who they could get for free.
It's like that meme with that guy with that girl, and the girl is Derek Carr, and the guy's just looking back, and that's the Jets. Looking back at Lamar Jackson.
I mean, I personally think Lamar's going to be Lamar's going to be a Jet.
I don't understand how you can. I don't understand how the Jets could just go up to Derek Carr and be like, "You're going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer if you're a Jet."
He hasn't. I mean, he's had a pretty decent career.
It's so like.
But he's not first ballot. Let's be honest.
He's not first ballot. He doesn't even touch Hall of Fame.
He's not first ballot.
He doesn't touch Hall of Fame.
He has Hall of Fame potential. It's just he's definitely nowhere near first ballot.
First ballot.
I think, Jack, you have a point though, because here's the thing: they don't have to give up anything to sign Derek Carr, and if they have those, if they sign Derek Carr, they could use those picks. Dude, Sauce Gardner and Jalen Ramsey. Sauce Gardner and Jalen Ramsey. Imagine that.
That'd be pretty good. That would be a really good matchup. And I think a lot of the teams that make the AFC East a lot more interesting because now we got the Bills with Josh Allen. Fraud Allen and Fraud Allen and Diva Diggs.
Future Cowboy Stephon Diggs.
Give up Zeke. Give up
Kyler,
Zeke. Give up
what
Zeke.
have we learned from the Spurs? What have we learned?
I had a dream. Listen, I had a dream 2 nights ago that we traded Tony Pollard and a second-round pick to the Bills for Stephon Diggs, and then we drafted Bijan Robinson out of Texas.
And then I had a dream that I was the MVP and I won 2 Super Bowls. It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
And I had the dream that the Warriors instantly turn around our season.
I had a dream the Spurs get Victor Wembanyama.
Okay, that's more realistic than anything we just said.
I just don't see
Stephon Diggs apparently wants to play with Trayvon in Dallas.
Yeah, but wanting... Okay, it's like this. It's like when your friend says...
going to is 2 different things.
You see, that's like Stephon Diggs going up to his brother.
He wants to have interest in... crap. I forgot her name.
It's like going up to your friend.
That's like Steven saying he wants to get Megan Fox's number.
Okay, but it's like going up to your friend and being like, hey, you want to have a sleepover? Hold on, let me go ask my dad, who's a complete jerk and doesn't want to do anything that will make our team better. Hey, Dad, can I have my brother sleep over? No, that's too much. Let's replace him with a first-round center who's going to have 10 holds. And pray to God that Dak Prescott stops scamming us. He's like that. It's like the scammer gets scammed deal. These are the Cowboys. Our scammer gets scammed. He's like, it's like right in the contract. It's like 3, 2, 1. Scammer gets scammed. Scammer gets scammed. And Dak is owed $40 million soon.
Well, they want to pay Daniel Jones $45.
45 Vanilla Vic. That's ridiculous.
Daniel Jones says he wants $45 million.
I think Saquon's all. I think. Oh my God! What the go, Steven? Oh.
No, bro. Daniel Jones is cool. He cool, but he is not worth that much. He is definitely not worth.
If Daniel Jones gets that $45 million, the quarterback market is screwed for the rest of eternity.
Imagine.
Yeah, there's no way.
Imagine Saquon's actually not signing a contract because he's going up to the Giants and being like, get this Vanilla Vic off-brand Kirk Cousins off my team and get me a goddamn quarterback that can play. And then I'll bring up, well, the Giants made the playoffs and Daniel Jones did decent and he cooked the Vikings. It's the freaking Vikings.
No one was surprised when they lost.
No one was surprised. Yeah. Like Cam Danzler's on that team. I could probably get a touchdown off that dude. And then you got Daniel Jones's run style like a Madden player where he's just like, oh, look at me, I can run. He can't run, waddling. There's no way you're asking for $40 million. 45. It's like,
right, honestly,
I can do the job. It's like I can do the job, but I think he can do it better.
Bro, Cam Dantzler just caught one of the craziest trades of the year.
This is why we suggest subtitles, because we don't even know what we're saying, honestly.
Exactly.
We really do not.
Bro, Cam Hansler got the craziest stray of the year.
I know. It's like where did Cam come out of nowhere? Like, damn.
Wait, but also look at the Giants' schedule from this year and tell me who their hardest opponent was. Please tell me who the Ravens.
Apparently,
the Ravens. That's hard. Apparently, that's impossible. That's mission impossible somehow.
Oh, the Eagles. I'm stupid. I forgot the Eagles existed.
Okay, but the Eagles were okay. Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah.
But it's the Eagles.
The Eagles and the Cowboys are probably their hardest opponents.
Yeah. Well, no,
Detroit.
Then again, the Commanders somehow turn into the best team somehow. Some days.
They got trounced by Detroit.
Oh, that too.
That's Detroit, though. But like
they
beginning of the year, everyone knew the Giants would at least win 5 to 6 games. No one looked at their schedule and was like, "Holy crap! They're playing against Jesus Christ, God, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, 2007. This is impossible." Okay. Maybe they looked at us.
Wait.
And Thanos. They're playing Thanos as well.
Because like, when you look at it, maybe you guys, like, hardest opponent of the year was probably like, the Packers. It was the Packers. We exploded so hard that once we lost to the Jets, I gave up. I gave up on this team. I gave up.
Yeah. But let's get past him at this point. It's horrible. You know, okay, one more thing. One thing I was thinking of is, what are they going to do, the Bears? The Bears are interesting.
They control the offseason.
What do you think they're doing?
Trade that first-round pick away.
Yeah, they're going to trade that.
Away. Yeah,
let's trade that. Or do they take Jalen Carter out of Georgia?
I think what they should do is give that pick to the Bengals for T. Higgins and a 4th. And, you know, T. Higgins' career just gets wasted.
Bro, T. Higgins for the first overall pick, bro.
That's a scam. That's a scam.
Scam, boys.
Scam. Like, there's no way. Like, you know that video of the Indian guy where he's like, "Do not accept. That is T. Higgins. That's T. Higgins in the Bengals front office. He's like, dude. He's like, oh yeah, so T. Higgins, we're probably going to trade you for the Bears. It's the first overall pick. All we got to do is give up you and a 4th. He's like, do not accept. The Bears actually could rebuild. But knowing...
The Bears are in prime position to rebuild. Because they can control the offseason. They have the first overall pick, and they have $118 million.
This is the Bears, though. The
Bears
will somehow screw this up. They're gonna somehow screw this up.
Let's go to an interesting topic.
They're gonna trade, like, I don't even know. Let's
go to an interesting topic that I think could get controversial. The Cowboys are reportedly interested in C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
What?
Wait, C.J. Stroud?
What?
That's news to me.
So how is this gonna work? So is Dak on his last contract here?
No, he's like on a 3-year deal. He's got 3 years left.
So what are you guys gonna do? Trade away Dak Prescott's Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard for him? Like, hello?
If we're genuinely interested in C.J. Stroud, we have to trade for the 1 or 2 pick. So
I think I should trade with the Texans then. Why would you guys want C.J. Stroud, though?
I don't know. I
what
don't
do you guys need him
for?
That's like being interested in a bag of chips.
I don't know.
If we're gonna trade up to 1 or 2,
this is the Cowboys. We don't know what they're doing.
Listen, if we're gonna trade that high up, we better take Bryce Young.
That's another thing. Who do you think is gonna go first, Stroud or Bryce Young?
Bryce. I think Bryce should go first.
I think Bryce should go first. I've seen Bryce play. That man's a dog. Stroud.
Bryce has generational talent. Like he really, like there really is no flaws.
Perfectly with the Texans. He'd be so perfect for that Texans
and he would play with his receiver in John Mechie.
Oh yeah,
that'd be really good.
And shout out to him who's recovering from leukemia. I mean, he was a great receiver.
Really? He is.
He's crazy. He got leukemia right after he got drafted.
That's sad, but like
that's tough.
He's making a great recovery. So shout out to him.
Shout out to him. I don't think if I'm the Cowboys, I think this interest really started peaking when that divisional round game, when the old Dallas Cowboys tweeted how bad Dak was.
Okay, so here's the thing about that though. The problem, it really made me mad because like this is reporters reporting on facts and true stories, but the main team is posting it. You don't post and talk crap about your quarterback. You don't do that. You don't post on the team account how Dak Prescott struggled in the divisional round with 3 interceptions. Dude, no.
Tyler,
this is the worst than when the Suns apologized for the
okay, no. Okay, wait. Nothing's worse than that. Nothing is okay, Jack. There's a difference. There's nothing worse than that. That's actually horrible.
That at halftime.
They're talking down about Dak Prescott is bad, but losing that badly. You and then apologizing to your fans. How do you do that?
Why do you apologize
at halftime? At halftime,
like, they apologized. At halftime, Luka had more points. I remember this specifically. At halftime, Luka had the same amount of points as the entire team the entire points that the Suns scored in that half.
I was 70 to 31 at halftime. 70 to 31, and he had 31.
I wanted the Mavs to score 200 too. I was like, you guys should score 200.
Literally just sunned them.
Fathered them.
Just took
like he made them all his children.
Like Devin Booker is his son, and I believe that still to this day.
Let's move on. This has been fun because the XFL has kicked off its season.
Wait. For the XFL, we're missing something. We're missing something, Tyler. A certain Legion of Boom player got released. Bobby Wagner.
Bobby
Wagner got released.
That was interesting.
And that now raises...
That was interesting.
Because he was actually really good on the Rams. He wasn't bad.
He had a good season.
He had a really good season.
Including absolutely mollywhopping a protester that one game.
Oh, that was great. But the thing is, I think it was the ring chasing that was what drew him.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not there, so...
I wanted the Cowboys to get him last season to pair him next to Leighton Vander Esch. I think they should go for it again. I mean, he's cheap.
I think
that wouldn't be bad either.
He's cheap, he's a veteran, and I really want us to bring back Leighton Vander Esch, because Vander Esch was one of the key pieces of the defense this year, and when he was gone, it was noticed.
Vander Esch is pretty good.
He had a really good season. After struggling the previous year, he had a make or break here, and he made. And I really hope that we'll bring him back.
Yeah.
It's hope, man.
There's a lot of teams who could use him.
I think.
Oh yeah.
I think the Texans can sign him. I think he'll
go to a team who's contending. I don't expect him to go spend his last years on a team that could possibly be just high in the drafts. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went somewhere. Yeah.
Honestly, I could see him on Cincinnati. But then again, their linebacker is already good, though.
I wouldn't mind him on Cincinnati, but I really like what's his name?
Yeah, your guy. What's it called? The Cincinnati
57. Crap. I know Bengals are literally my AFC team, and I know this, but crap.
Brain off right now.
No, so Jermaine Pratt. Who else? Jermaine Pratt, and then there's another one. Crap. Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson.
Yeah, wasn't he the one that scored the touchdown during the Ravens game?
No, that was
No.
Was that Hubbard? It was either Hubbard or
yeah, it's Hubbard.
Yeah, Hubbard.
Oh, Hubbard. Okay. Yeah, wrong one then. Okay.
Yeah, but I think the Bengals have a good linebacker
so many
core.
Places he could go.
I don't think they would bring him because they have a good linebacker core as it is between Pratt and Wilson. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Dallas. I mean, it sounds biased, but it's just Dan Quinn was. We lost Steve's camera for a second. He's muted. Dan Quinn was the coordinator of the Legion of Boom, and he's the coordinator for us. Open up the reunion.
He could.
Let's see what happens.
He could. But the problem is, does Bobby really want to play another season, though? Does he have anything to prove? He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No.
Super Bowl winner. So what's the point of playing this year out? I could see him
Maybe
retire.
he's just playing for the love of the game at this point. Who knows? But you never know.
Ravens could be a pretty good option.
It could be anything.
Roquan.
Possibly.
I was thinking the Bills, honestly, but then again, that's another team that has good linebackers. So
Yeah, they do.
it just depends.
Well,
Who was the dude who got
I
released
forgot
from
about
the
that.
Ravens that were on the Seahawks?
huh?
Who was the dude that was on the Ravens and he got released from the Seahawks? He got released from the Seahawks.
Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas. Bring back Earl Thomas.
Dude, I wanted the I don't know why the Cowboys did not go get Earl Thomas, bro. That made me so mad that we didn't go get Earl Thomas.
And who we should talk about, Bobby Wagner on the same team.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Bring out Richard Sherman and bring out Cam Chancellor, and we got Legion of Boom.
So we're in a different team? Nah.
The Purple Legion
At that
of
point,
Boom.
they're too old.
I think let's move on to one of the most interesting topics in sports right now, the XFL.
Oh, that was crazy!
Very interesting.
The Dallas team choked a 15-point
San Antonio.
lead in 1 minute.
Oh.
San Antonio's choked in 1 minute and 15
We choked to
seconds.
AJ McCarron.
Honestly,
AJ
the
McCarron.
scoring system is actually pretty cool. The scoring
I
system
like
is
that.
pretty
I love
cool
it.
in the XFL.
And
I
let's
love
talk
it.
more specifically.
Yeah, 'cause-
I want to talk more specifically about the rules because like this is so different and it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, one that I find weird is the kickoff. Like the kickoff returns, that's weird.
It's just to
weird.
prevent injuries, and I think it's great. It's safe. Like it just prevents people from getting hurt on kickoff returns. I think that's a great way. I think the NFL should incorporate that. One of my favorite rules is when you're down in the fourth quarter and you score, and you can opt for 4th and 15. I love that.
That's a good one.
That
Oh,
is
yeah, I
so
saw that
cool.
one. Who was it? I think it was either Seattle. No, it wasn't Seattle. I forgot who did it.
It was St.
It might have
Louis.
been Houston.
It was St. Louis.
It was
It
St.
was
Louis?
the
It
one
was AJ
that
McCarron
was-
versus the Browns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was actually pretty sick. I think they took that
maybe
from the fan control football. I think they took that from that too.
I brought this
It's
up
great.
to Tyler. I said, look, the NFL should do away with training with like practice squad and use the XFL as the practice squad, like the G League, like the G League.
Yeah, okay.
So
Absolutely.
so you could have so a team can partner up with an XFL team.
Players can keep
And-
getting their professional reps.
Yeah, and you get the
Yeah.
get elevated into the actual NFL roster if
Exactly.
a spot is needed. That'd be a really awesome idea because it
that
gives
would
them
be
a
a good
second
opportunity
chance.
for everybody.
That could
Yeah.
really give them a second chance.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that.
And
I love that
honestly, feel like
opportunity.
that's the one thing I think the NBA had always over the NFL is that the way that they develop players is a little bit better than the NFL.
Way
I mean,
better.
The way that the San Antonio Spurs got a lot of their gems was through the G League. A lot of, like, DeJounte Murray played in the G League. Do you guys remember Jonathan Simmons? Like, I don't know if you guys remember Jonathan Simmons at all, but he literally,
that name rings a bell.
Maybe.
he spent $100 to have a G League tryout, and it made millions in the NBA. Like, the G League is such a great development system because it allows players to get pro reps. I mean, we see more and more talent coming out of the G League. Scoot Henderson, Dyson Daniels.
We saw Matt
I know there's
Ryan
more-
for a short amount of time.
Matty
Matt Ryan.
Ice. Matty
Like,
Ice.
Matt Ryan was
insane.
him that game. That was crazy.
That
I'm
was
still disappointed
unbelievable,
that
but,
they actually waived
like,
him though.
But the NFL needs to incorporate something like that, where players
Yeah.
who are
Yeah.
not on active rosters can keep getting those professional reps against teams, and they can keep having that pro experience.
Yeah, so
Like,
we're going to the NFL.
I mean,
It's
but the
not
thing
like
is, I think at that point they just need they'll need to just expand, which I don't think should be too hard, especially if they're affiliating with teams.
There's cities that absolutely need teams.
And imagine the cap space people could save from that. Imagine if you did like some of the cap went into the.
I think they could absolutely
XFL.
incorporate international teams the way the NBA does. They could have a team in Toronto. They could have a team in Mexico City. Like, I think we could absolutely be seeing something like that.
I think London gets a team. I think London will get a team after next season.
That would be
That's
hard,
my
though.
That's my take. That'd be amazing.
Cool.
The EU team with Germany, London.
But the thing is,
yeah, but
Toronto.
imagine the travel on that
because
from those
of
players,
travel.
though. That's what I'm saying. The travel.
It's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck.
Or they could just
do.
It's just European-based teams, like the headquarters is in London and stuff, but like players and stuff can circulate in, but their base
are in the US.
Team-wise.
The only team overseas, the only team that's overseas I could see getting a place is Hawaii.
Hawaii.
It just makes sense.
And this is a dark horse. I don't know if Zach really gonna agree with me, but Japan. I've watched Japan football. I've watched Japan football. Japan football, they play really, really good. I've seen like 5 Philly specials in one play. I've seen some amazing trick plays in the Japan league.
Good,
Does Japan need a team? Let us know.
I think they should have a team.
That'd be interesting. I would love to see that. I would love to see it.
More Western.
Who would love to see Japan get something?
More
good?
Western stuff getting sent to Japan. I think Japan should also have an NBA team. Imagine the amount of money the NBA would get if they had a Japan team.
I think they would.
They would back to Japan.
They would put a team back in Seattle before they put a team in Japan.
I really want that too. I really want Seattle to have a team.
Seattle and Mexico City.
Did you see that clip of Kevin Durant, bro?
Kevin Durant, yeah. There was multiple players who were like, what city should get a team? They were like, Seattle. What would you name it? The Sonics.
Yeah. It needs to be back, honestly. It really does.
Seattle Supersonics. That was really good.
Seattle Supersonics.
Let's talk about really cool. One of the forgotten players and one of the best duos in the XFL. Ben DiNucci to Josh Gordon.
DiNucci.
No.
Oh.
It's not Ben DiNucci. It is, in the words of Trap House Sports, shout out to him, Ben Gucci DiNucci, my guy.
Gucci DiNucci.
Trap House Sports is my favorite TikTok account at the moment, bro.
Big Dick DiNucci, man.
Bro!
Is him! Ben DiNucci was throwing dimes. Like,
he's not wrong,
dude,
bro. You're not wrong.
I literally have to go edit this podcast because of the stuff Jack has said today.
Oh, yeah. This is amazing. But it's amazing, though.
It's fun.
Lord have mercy.
It's fun.
Amazing. Just imagine.
Oh, but yeah.
It's funny.
No, but Jack isn't wrong. He has been playing really good, too.
It's amazing. You see some of the kickers in that league, too? Those kickers in the leagues will make more kicks than...
Brett Maher.
Brett Maher.
For St. Louis, I thought Brett Maher was in at one point.
Dude, I saw
that Trap House video. Is that Brett Maher?
Is that Brett Maher?
Dude.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the XFL is just a really cool idea. And I don't know if the AFL... Is it the AFL? That's the other league that they're working on?
It was
USFL. The
USFL is not going to
work.
It's not going to work. The XFL is way better.
I don't know if the USFL is going to work that well.
I'm enjoying it.
The XFL is amazing. I'm
enjoying having football year round.
Yeah, so I'm even me personally, I'm thinking about looking for a team. I'm probably thinking either St. Louis. Probably St. Louis.
Hey, as long as games
San Antonio, baby.
Have fun. I'm here to watch the fun happen.
Honestly, yeah, I'm here to I'm gonna cheer for my San Antonio. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad to have some year-round football.
Facts.
Amazing.
And it finally gives us something besides the NBA, which is, I mean, we love the NBA. I love the NBA.
Yeah.
But it gives us something else to watch, variety-wise.
Yeah, exactly. We love that. Let's. I mean, there's nothing else on my notes here that we need to go over. If we want to move on, we can either move on. I don't have a hot take. I don't know if you guys do. We can move on to that, or we can move on to 20 questions.
Do you want to do 20 questions today?
2.
Make it interesting. Yeah.
Sure, why not? Let's close with 20 questions.
Actually, you know what? I want you guys to both do this one then, because this might be a little bit hard.
So it's me versus Jack.
I think
me versus Jack.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Okay.
So, actually, you guys can work together, 20. But whoever gets it gets the point. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. We'll do each of you 20. Each of you 20. Yeah, we'll do each 20. Okay. I have.
Well, we're gonna ask the same questions, so let's just do 20 combined. We're gonna ask the same questions.
Actually,
just give us 20 between me and Jack. He's lost in
think
his
he
train of
saw
thought
it.
here.
No, wait. You weren't paying attention.
He's lost here, ladies and gentlemen.
Good. No, I'm good. Okay. Fire away. Go.
Jack, who wants to go first? Me or you?
I'll go first. All time or current?
All time.
AFC or NFC?
Okay. AFC or NFC?
He was most well known in the NFC.
Wide receiver?
Yes.
Terrell Owens?
No. That'll count as a question too. So, be picky.
So we're on 3. Okay.
Nope, 4.
4? Okay.
Each guess counts as a question. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Was I in the West Division?
No.
Okay, so that eliminates a handful of teams. So that's 5.
Jack, back to you.
Was he in a really good division or really crappy division?
At the time, good.
Okay.
At the time, good.
At the time, good. Was I before the 2000s?
No.
Okay.
You were during the 2000s.
During.
Okay, so during the 2000s, NFC.
What are we at, Steven? Give us a mark.
You guys are at 7. 13 questions left.
Good
Okay.
division though.
Okay. So we've eliminated the West, and this division was good. There's only 3 more divisions we can go here, either East, South, or North. So
You guys can work together, but whoever gets it correctly gets the point.
I don't think it's in North. I don't think it's in the East.
yeah, the North has never been great.
Michael Vick?
I'm leaning toward.
No.
I'm leaning toward South.
Jack, to your question, no.
What was his question?
It is not Michael Vick. He said, is it Michael Vick? No, it is not Michael Vick. Also, Jack,
It's a
you were on the
receiver.
right course early. You asked if it was a wide receiver. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 8.
Okay,
Steven.
Jack. I mean,
Nope.
Tyler.
We lost Jack.
Well,
Okay.
go with your question, and then we'll wait for him.
Okay, was he in the South?
Yes.
Okay, so that narrows it down between Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and Bucks. And it's during the 2000s.
Okay, we gotta wait for Jack. That's the thing. We gotta.
Yeah,
Wait for Jack.
I have a guess, but I feel like it would be too
Steven.
obvious. I feel like it'd be too obvious to guess this. We have yet to receive Jack back, but I'm gonna take another guess. Did I have a Hall of Fame level quarterback throughout my career?
Yes.
Okay, that's either Drew Brees or Matt Ryan. I think I got it. Well, actually, no. No, I don't. I really don't know.
Like I said, this is kind of a hard one. And you're gonna be kind of mad when you get it.
All right, we're gonna wait for Jack.
He was a household name for a little while.
He was a household name
For a little bit.
for a little bit. He was a household name. Okay.
He was Timothy at one point. Or Tyler, do you just want to play this one out and then we'll do a simpler one with Jack? If you
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play it out and wait for Jack to get back. So it's receiver, household name.
Mm-hmm.
Saints am I on the Saints?
No.
Am I on the Falcons?
No.
Am I on the Panthers?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to assume it was Cam Newton who was the quarterback.
Is that a question or a statement?
Statement.
Okay. I will not answer.
Jack, it says you are in. I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully he is.
Steve, did you give him the computer that you used last time?
No.
Okay.
I'm using the computer I'm using last time. This actually might just be his Wi-Fi, honestly, because that thing connects pretty well. So
yeah, he had this problem last time too with a different device.
Yeah.
So crap. I'm trying to think who was on that Panthers team.
Like I said, you're kind of gonna be mad when you remember his name. Or you should be, because I remember.
Let me think.
7 questions left, so don't worry.
7.
You
Okay.
have room for error,
Not really, but
or a little bit of room for error.
oh, let's go.
My
Yeah.
the internet on the computer literally just like randomly shut down.
Okay. So
I'll have
Jack,
to try to
we've narrowed.
restart the
I think it's a
computer
Panther.
anyway.
So Jack,
Oh.
it is a Panther. It's a receiver on the Panthers from the 2000s.
Steve Smith.
No.
It's not Steve Smith.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Nope. Tyler gets it. Ted Ginn Jr., yes.
Ted Ginn was on the 2000s.
2016.
Wow. 2010s.
2010s. Yeah, that's 2010s.
I'll throw it in. I won't hold it against you, Jack. You'll get half a point.
Boo.
Okay. So that took between me and Jack. That was what 13 questions.
Yeah, you got more questions, but yeah, we'll say with Jack, 9 questions total. With Jack. But if it was in total between the two, it was,
Yeah.
14, it was 15, so.
So I get the point, but I asked more questions. I asked 9. He
Yeah.
asked how many?
So, like I said, Jack will get half a point.
Yeah.
We'll give him half.
Okay, that's fine.
So,
that's fine.
Are we gonna add one more segment of 20 questions or any trivia?
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, if we want to go
I'm
ahead
ready.
and sign off, that's cool with me. But if we got anything else that we want to add, I'm down.
I'm whatever you guys want to do.
I don't really care what we do now. I've had fun
mean-
recording this.
Yeah, we want to go ahead and sign off. Let's do it.
Yep. Well, I mean,
that hopefully wraps it
it's been a
up
great day
for
today.
take 2. Hopefully, we do not have to try this again. Of our very first episode here on At the Buzzer Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss whenever we upload. Make sure you follow us on Spotify. We're going to try and get on Apple Music soon. Not really sure when that's going to happen, but eventually we're going to do it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Steve manages those. It is I'm pretty sure the handle is like At the Buzzer Official or something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's in the description of the
we will put
YouTube
it into
video.
the description. Yep.
Yeah. But follow us on everything. Subscribe on YouTube. And drop some hot takes if you guys would like, because we're going to have a section at some point called Hot Takes from Hot People, where we will take our hot takes and your hot takes, and we'll just talk about them. So yeah, I think that's here for us on the first ever episode of the At the Buzzer podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully we'll see y'all for another episode. And until that time, the buzzer has sounded. See y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. I love that.
W's.
That was fun.
I think we've
I had to find one.